Welcome to the Warren Method, the channel that cuts through the noise and delivers the raw truth about building real wealth. Today we're diving into a life or death alert for your retirement. Warren Buffett. 7 retirement mistakes the rich never make in New York. Picture this. You're 65, standing on a crowded Manhattan sidewalk, staring at your phone as it flashes a retirement balance of just $87,000. You dreamed of sunset walks in Central Park, dinners in Tribeca, maybe a quiet apartment in Brooklyn. Instead, you're counting pennies to cover a rent that jumped 20% in 5 years. This isn't a horror story. It's the reality for 70% of New Yorkers who underestimate the brutal cost of living here, where a modest one-bedroom runs $3,000 a month and healthcare eats $15,000 a year. But the rich, the ones who follow Buffett's playbook, never fall into this trap. They avoid 7 fatal mistakes that destroy retirements in cities like New York, where every misstep costs a fortune. If you're an investor, an entrepreneur, or someone who refuses to work until 80, this video is your survival guide. We'll break down why these mistakes crush dreams, how Buffett sidesteps them with cold discipline, real stories of New Yorkers who paid the price, lessons for 2026, and a Q&A you can act on today. If this hits home, type New York retirement in the comments right now. Subscribe and hit the bell because your future self is begging you to watch till the end. Let's dive in. Let's set the stage. New York is a beast for retirees. The average cost of living here is $4,500 a month, 50% above the national average. In 2025, 60% of Manhattan retirees go back to work because they miscalculated expenses like property taxes, which can hit 13% on retirement income, or subway fares that keep climbing. Warren Buffett, with his $900 billion empire in 2025, never faces this nightmare. His portfolio, packed with Apple, Coca-Cola, and Chevron, pumps out billions in dividends without a single panic sell. In 2008, when Wall Street burned, he wrote a $5 billion check to Goldman Sachs. Result? $500 million a year in dividends, $15 billion total, while others lost everything. His secret? Discipline. The rich in New York, guided by Buffett's principles, never let emotions touch their money, never pay absurd fees, and never bet the farm on one stock. These 7 mistakes cost millions. One error can delay your retirement by 10 years, another can slash 40% of your gains. Buffett, at 95 in 2025, still works for fun, not survival, because he dodged these traps. Will you? Comment below which mistake you think you're making most. Let's expose them one by one. Mistake number 1. Investing with your heart, not your head. The rich never let emotions drive their money. They don't buy because it feels exciting, don't sell because they're scared. In March 2020, when the market plunged 34% in 33 days, panic sellers dumped Apple at $56 a share. Buffett? He held tight. Today, Apple trades at $230. That's a 300% gain for doing absolutely nothing. Emotional investing is a wealth killer. You buy high on FOMO, sell low on fear, and lose both ways. Meet Sarah, 52, from Brooklyn. In 2020, she sold her entire portfolio during the COVID crash. Lost $180,000. Reinvested in 2022 at the market peak. Lost another $90,000. Now, at 58, she's scanning groceries at a Queens Walmart instead of sipping coffee in Soho. How do you avoid emotional investing? First, write your investment rules on paper. I only buy stocks with PE under 20. Second, automate everything with dollar cost averaging monthly through M1 Finance or Vanguard. Third, turn off notifications and check your portfolio just once a quarter. Fourth, keep a decision journal, write why you're buying before you click. Fifth, live by Buffett's mantra. Be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. Ask yourself, when was the last time you bought or sold because of a headline? Comment, "I've done it," or "never." Hashtag retirement planning. Mistake number 2, paying Wall Street to rob you blind. The rich never pay 1 to 2% fees. Why? Because fees are a silent assassin. Let's run the numbers. $100,000 at 7% return over 30 years grows to $761,000. With a 1% fee? Only $324,000. That's $437,000 vanished, straight to fees. Buffett uses Vanguard index funds at 4 basis points. He calls hedge funds compensation schemes. In 2025, 78% of active mutual funds underperform the S&P 500 after fees. Meet Mike from Midtown Manhattan. He paid 1.8% to a financial advisor. Over 15 years he lost $220,000 in fees. Switched to VTI at 3 basis points. Saved $180,000. Now retiring at 62 instead of 70. How do you avoid fees? First, fire any advisor charging over 0.5%. Second, use Vanguard, Fidelity, or Schwab. Third, buy VTI, SCHD, or VXUS, all under 0.1%. Fourth, check expense ratios on Morningstar. Fifth, live by Buffett's rule, the less you pay, the more you keep. Comment. What's your average fee? 0.1%? 1%? 2%? Be honest. Hashtag investing. Mistake number 3, betting your future on one stock. The rich never put all their eggs in one basket. In 2000, Enron employees had 60% of their 401k in company stock. Enron collapsed. They lost jobs and retirement in one blow. Double devastation. Buffett? His top 5 holdings make up just 70% of his portfolio. The rest is spread across 40-plus businesses. Apple, Coca-Cola, Chevron, American Express, BNSF Railway. How do you avoid concentration risk? Allocate 60% to stocks via VTI, 30% to bonds via BND, 10% to cash. No single stock over 10%. Rebalance every January. Use Portfolio Visualizer, it's free. Study Buffett's 13F filings. Live by his rule, diversification is protection against ignorance. Comment. What percentage of your portfolio is in one single stock? Write the number. Hashtag retirement investing. Mistake number 4. Waiting for the perfect time to start. The rich never say, "I'll start next year." Time is the only asset you can't buy back. The math hurts. Invest $5,000 a year from age 25 to 65, 40 years, at 7% return, equals $1 million. Start at 35? Only $400,000. Start at 45? Only $150,000. Buffett bought his first stock at age 11. He didn't wait for a degree. He didn't wait for more money. He started. Meet Lisa, 48, from the Bronx. She said, "I'll start at 50. Now she needs $1,800 a month to catch up. She's stressed, overworked, scared. How do you start today? Open Robinhood or Vanguard. Invest $50 this week. Automate $100 a month. Use investor.gov's compound calculator. Increase 1% a year. Live by Buffett's rule. The best time to invest was yesterday, the next best is now. Comment. What age will you be when you start, or did you already? Hashtag investing. Mistake number 5. Chasing the next 100x stock. The rich never hunt hot tips, meme stocks, or crypto moons. In 2021, Dogecoin surged 15,000%. Then crashed 95%. ARK Innovation ETF gained 150%, then lost 70%. Buffett skipped it all. He bought Occidental Petroleum in 2022. Up 120% by 2025. Quiet. Steady. Profitable. How do you avoid the chase? Screen for PE under 15 on Yahoo Finance. Avoid stocks up over 100% in a year. Buy VTI or SHD. Ignore Reddit, TikTok, X. Live by Buffett's rule. I buy businesses, not tickers. Comment: ever lost money on a hot stock? Yes or no, and how much? Hashtag retirement mistakes. Mistake number 6. Having zero cash when the storm hits. The rich never run dry. They keep 6 to 12 months in cash. In 2020, millions lost jobs and sold stocks at a 34% loss, locking in damage forever. Buffett had $189 billion in cash in 2025. He buys when others sell. That's how you win. How do you build your safety net? Use Ally Bank at 4.2% APY. Automate $200 a month. Keep it in a separate account. Never touch for wants. Live by Buffett's rule. Cash is like oxygen, you only notice it when it's gone. Comment: how many months of expenses do you have saved? Hashtag retirement planning. Mistake number 7. Letting Uncle Sam eat your gains. The rich never pay unnecessary taxes. Selling stocks yearly triggers 15 to 20% capital gains tax. Over 30 years? You lose 40% of your gains. Buffett bought Coca-Cola in 1988. Still owns it. Zero capital gains tax. Pays $704 million a year in dividends, tax efficient. How do you minimize taxes? Max your 401k at $23,500 in 2025. Use Roth IRA up to $7,000. Hold winners over 1 year. Harvest tax losses. Live by Buffett's rule. The IRS is your silent partner. Make it a junior one. Comment: do you use a Roth IRA? Yes or no? Hashtag investing. Now the full case study. Meet David, 55, in 2018. $300,000 portfolio. He made all 7 mistakes. Emotional selling in 2020 cost him $120,000. 1.9% advisor fees cost $90,000. 80% in Tesla risked wipeout. Started investing at 45, missed $600,000 in growth. Bought GameStop at $300, lost $15,000. No cash reserve, borrowed at 18%, paid $8,000 in interest. Sold yearly, paid $45,000 in taxes. Total lost, $888,000. In 2022 he found the Warren method. Switched to VTI and SHD, 0.05% fees, $200,000 cash reserve, maxed Roth IRA, no more selling. By 2025, his portfolio hit $680,000. On track for $2.1 million by 65. He's sleeping like a baby. Comment: which of David's mistakes hit you hardest? Hashtag retirement wealth. Buffett versus the gurus. Dave Ramsey says never debt. Buffett uses strategic debt like the BNSF purchase. Susie Orman says save first. Buffett says invest first. Robert Kiyosaki pushes real estate only. Buffett prefers stocks. Jim Cramer screams buy buy buy. Buffett waits patiently. Winner? Buffett. 20.7% annual return since 1965. No one touches it. Comment: who do you follow, Buffett or another guru? Hashtag Warren Buffett. 2026 retirement trends. 5 big shifts coming. AI robo-advisors at 0.2% fees. Bond yields hitting 4.5%. ESG funds exploding. 401k auto escalation. Inflation at 3.2%. Buffett's response: avoid all 7 mistakes. Buy VTI, hold cash, max Roth, ignore noise. One viewer gained 22% in 2025 using this exact plan. Extended Q&A 10 burning questions. Question 1. I'm 55, too late? Answer, no. Save 25% of income, invest in VTI, use catch-up contributions. Question 2. Best stock to fix mistakes? Coca-Cola, 3% dividend, 60 years of increases. Question 3. How much cash is enough? 6 to 12 months expenses. Question 4. Can I avoid fees completely? Yes, VTI at 0.03%. Question 5. What if I already lost money? Stop the bleeding, start fresh today. Question 6. Should I sell everything and restart? No, rebalance, automate, hold. Question 7. Best app for beginners? Vanguard or Fidelity? Question 8. How to teach kids? Open Custodial Roth by VTI. Question 9. What's Buffett's #1 rule? Rule 1. Never lose money. Rule 2. Never forget Rule 1. Question 10. Where to learn more? Buffett's shareholder letters on Berkshire's site, The Intelligent Investor, The Warren Method. Final warning. You now know the 7 mistakes. The rich never make them. Will you? Take one action today. Open a Roth IRA. Switch to VTI. Save $100 in cash. Write your rules. Smash the like button if this saved your retirement. Comment your #1 mistake to fix. Share with one person who needs this. Poll, which mistake will you fix this week? Subscribe to the Warren Method. Next video, Warren Buffett, 5 retirement income machines you need. See you in the comments. Your future self is watching. #retirement mistakes.